everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Medieval Dynasty. So we are continue off where we left off. I did have to sell a couple of my things, and I did have to buy some animal feed. However, we were able to buy a couple of things. Some of the big things that I ended up selling was like the really expensive stuff, and I was able to get a lot. Just very, very aggravating. I don't even know what to say at this point. We did have to sell a lot of our things, mostly it was like the expensive things. I think I had like 3 or 4 or 5 different things, sold some resources, and I had a couple of knives in the storage, so I ended up selling those too. Kept a little bit of coin with me, and basically, yeah. I did not realize that I wasn't like recording, so all of that running around and selling and buying everything kind of was not recorded, so I do apologize about that. I gotta be more, how do you call it, like more aware of it when that happens. So it must have just like what I think there's an update that came in the background and I didn't realize it, so a lot of it was just gone. And I think I might have saved somewhere around there, and there's no way I'm gonna go back, and not that there's like no way for me to go back to like to redo everything if I could, because I already overrided the save, unfortunately. So the extra coin, it was about 2,000 to 3,000, I think it was, and I kept about 500 coins on me just to buy things. I was able to sell some of my things, and that made it, well, it was worth it because I was able to get some more. So we're just going to continue helping out with the farming, because I feel like I haven't really done much, especially with having such a big area for farming. I know with animal feed, there's a lot of things that I need to get planted, and I feel like I'm a little bit behind, and I really don't have the seeds for them, like oat. I think I have rye, but I know rye can be used in different dishes, so I know it's a resource that I don't have a lot of, and especially I don't have a lot of fertilizer to begin with. I feel like I just bought my animals and they're just producing, but we need a lot of fertilizer. So a lot of what I have now, I don't let it stock like pile up. Like I use it, I make fertilizer as soon as I have manure, and then it's gone, and then I wait. So it's a constant thing that I've been having to deal with. So I need to find a better way to do that, because I want to say I want to get more animals, but again, I don't have animal feed or the things I need to create it. So I think you need animal feed for them to produce more of, like, if they're, if they're chickens, they're producing eggs, ducks or geese, same thing, producing eggs. and then cows, milk. I think they won't starve. I don't think my animals won't. They're starving because they're not eating, but they won't die from that. I don't think. I have to double check. But anyways, it's like I don't have enough of this, and I can't do that, but I need this for that, right? So I have to find a better way of doing that. Okay, so this next part, I am just gonna really go just fertilizing and tilting the earth. So this next part is gonna be kind of fast forward because it just takes a really long time to do. So the next part will definitely just be fast forward. Okay, so like I said, this part is a little bit faster. I decided while I was working or when I was recording this, just like, oh, this is just taking a really long time. So I know for a fact that I was already going too fast for this because without it, this video would have been a lot longer. And I don't think you guys want to see me just go and grab things and or whatever. But anyways, it was already long enough as it was, and I was trying to shorten it. But this part is just mostly grabbing resources so I can go make some a wooden hoe so I can tilt the earth. Because I know I feel like one more day before spring is over, and then a lot of the seeds I noticed you can only most of them can only be planted in the spring. There's some that you can plant in summer and autumn, but the majority of what I'm needing, I think the spring is when you can do it. So I need to get the earth ready to at least try to plant as much as I can before the spring is over. I feel like most of for the crops to grow, they take about a season, really. So if I plant in spring, they'll be ready for summer. If I plant in the summer, whatever I planted would be ready for autumn, stuff like that. So I want to make sure it's ready. And I do feel like I've been neglecting to help out the workers. I've been doing other stuff and building and getting people to help out. So it's just work. I need to start paying more attention to farming, because that's a lot of the stuff that making things and food and gear. So it's very important. So I need to really pay more attention to it. Okay, so I think that's all I can do for right now. So let me go ahead and drop off some things in my storage area. That way I am not carrying everything. But first, water. I'm so bad at drinking water, but it's okay. So it's kind of dark in here, but I don't have a torch. So let me go ahead and move things over really quickly. Okay, here we go. So as I'm thinking about it, I want to say I want to go ahead and get to sleep, but I am going to have to plant. And oh, that's right, I don't have a torch. Okay, I always carried one, I thought. Anyways, yeah, we're gonna grab a couple of things so we can plant as much as we can. Like I mentioned, most of them you can only plant in the spring, the majority of them. There's a couple in the summer and autumn, but the ones I need are in the spring, so I gotta get that done before the season's over. So at least I don't think it matters when I plant it, as long as it does. I want to say I haven't tried it out yet, but I have to do that. I think, let me see if that's all of them. Okay, so this next part, I'm thinking I'm gonna go ahead and get it fast forward, because it just, with the whole planting, it's the same thing as tilting and fertilizing. It takes a while, and if I leave all of that together, it's like an hour long of you just seeing me plant and fertilize and tilt the earth. So I'll spare you the agony of watching me do that in slow motion. So I will be forwarding this part here. I just make it easier for me, so that way I can get a little bit more done on this video, because I feel like when you're building and you're farming, that's like the longest thing. And also traveling. Traveling does take a really, really long time, so I'm thinking about just sparing y'all the agony of watching all of that. And and sometimes it's no fun. I realize that if at least in my perspective, correct me if I'm wrong, it's like, oh, I just watched her do farming, that's it, that's all that. I feel like a lot of the episodes would be way too short if it was just farming, like that's all farming, this episode farming, like you can kind of skip those, so I'm thinking about making it more productive, but not just farming here, just if I can fast forward, right? Okay, so for the most part, it's almost daylight. Well, it is daylight. I just started noticing that. um, so I'm almost done with the planting, and not too perfect, because I think this day is the last day of spring. So again, I don't think I really don't think that a lot of things are gonna sprout, because it takes like a couple of days. So I want to say these probably won't sprout until maybe autumn. But I really do hope that's not the case, because I need them as soon as possible. I don't know. I have to double check the time frame for sure, because usually, it does take a little bit for the different stages to grow. So I need to be aware of that. I'm gonna grab this manure here. I can always count on my pigs for some manure. I need to make some fertilizer for sure, and have the rest of my people fertilize whatever they need. I kind of did most of it, but again, I have to do it since I've been neglecting it on my part. So there's that. Let me go ahead and move things over. I don't think, let me see here. Yeah, I can, there's some things I can't plant, like rise in the autumn, so I don't need that. Wheat, spring and autumn. Let me see here. Fertilizer, that's good. Perfect. Okay. Let me go ahead and take a look at my fields really quick. I have a little bit of wheat there, cabbage and carrots, more wheat. That's a little section. What's this? Rye. I only have some of them. Oh, most of them are unfertilized. Yeah. I have to get more fertilizer. 6 and 7. Again. Okay, so now I am having to buy more food. So I really didn't realize this, which I feel really dumb about it, but I had sold food earlier to get more resources. However, I didn't think about how much I was taking because my villagers have the certain amount, right? So now I'm out of food and they're going hungry. But yeah, I know, right? But anyways, I need to build more houses, so I need to grab a couple of more resources. I feel like I've been prepping. Well, I had thought about building those houses and I just didn't. I think I have several things that are unfinished at the moment, like those two, and I think the fishing hut, I want to say, is also unfinished. So I've been falling behind, that's for sure. And I also want to say that I know I had tried out a new headset for my audio, and like I paused and I watched my recordings, and then I noticed that my audio was coming in and out. There's some audio that did end up staying with the video and some that didn't, so I'm really bummed about it because I thought that the headphones that I got were really gonna help because I have a push to talk, and the ones that I got feel so much easier than what I'm using now to record. And yeah, anyways, I'm not gonna go there. But I do want to finish building the houses that I said that I was gonna build because I need to get more people situated in my village. I think that's really going to help me just get me moving. There's a couple of like professions that have no people there, so I feel like I'm paying taxes for them. It's counted, but it's just wasted buildings because there's no one there. So I need to really get moving. I am going to also go ahead and fast forward this part. It's just really collecting resources and hopefully finishing those buildings. And after that, I think I'm just going to call it quits on this episode. It might be a little bit long. I'm not sure yet. But again, most of it is, I won't have you sit here. I did mess with the audio again because I had the new headset. So I feel like you can't really hear anything of like picking up stones and the branches and stuff like that. So I got to figure it out again. And I thought the new headset would really it was just weird the way it got set up. So I had to adjust some of the settings, and I feel like I didn't really do a good job, especially with some of the noise, because here someone told me that hearing through it as I edit it, there's some places that you couldn't even hear, like it was like there was no sound coming from the game. So I really don't want that. I want y'all to be able to hear kind of the background noises and some of the music if there's any in different places. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think I finished my fishing hut. So we are going to take care of that before I do the other buildings. I really thought that I did finish it for sure, but now I'm like, did I finish it or did I not? But I'm going to check either way. I was like, if I can find it, I thought it was there, but it's more down here. And since I have some trees down, I think I'm just going to collect what I have here. And try to finish what I can. And then, start doing the other houses that I'm going to need, to get my village up and running and productive. So as I continue to finish this fishing hut, I did want to share some news with y'all. So the co-op should have already been available by now, before this video was posted, and I've been reading about it. And I was thinking if I can get someone to coordinate like a schedule with me, I might just start come January, start a new like a new game, but it'll be like a co-op version of it. I will most likely still continue, like this playthrough. I won't just not go anywhere, because I really want to finish this game, and I don't know if there's actually a finish line, because I'm excited. I don't know the whole gist of it, so I don't know if it goes on forever and ever and ever and generations and stuff like that, right? I don't know, because that would be a little bit boring, I think, if there's nothing new that happens or something. I don't know yet. And so I'm like, I'll still continue it because I really want to know like how this ends. And I read the news about the co-op, so I'm like, that might be very interesting, might be a little different. We'll see how that goes. So that is a possibility in the works. I'm finding reaching out to some gamers that I know to see if they're willing to do it, so like at least we can record together. I don't think I'll live stream it because my schedule is a little bit busy and it's really hard to find a time to do it. That's why I don't stream, not anymore. I just kind of post my things here on YouTube. So I just wanted to give y'all a heads up that you might be seeing, different postings from, like, it'll be different. Like, one of them will be co-op and the other one just, this game here that I'm playing, or this playthrough that I'm playing. I have noticed that I'm out of food right now, so let me just finish this and I can go eat and hopefully get my health up. And then there's some of my people are needing me. They need wood. They need a lot of stuff. Yeah, I am so not managing this really well. I totally forgot about this. And now that I have a fishing hut, I have to go and get somebody to, get some more fish. I need houses for that. I need to eat and get my health up. And then I also need to start taking care of my production needs. I feel like it's always like an axe or a pickaxe or something that they're needing or they're no, or they're low on sticks. Like they use a lot of sticks, and I'm like, how? Why? What are you making? Yeah, it's like I can never have enough sticks. Go figure. So I gotta have a couple of things that are pending, but first and foremost, I do want to finish those houses, because without that, I can't really get the rest of my production homes. Getting, oh, that didn't make sense. The rest of my professions, whatever. You know what I mean? I can't get people to work the production things until I get houses. So I really need to do it a little step at a time, versus trying to get everything done right now. Okay, so let me just finish up here, and this is where I'm gonna call it quits on this episode. You'll probably see a quick turnaround with the second one, since I'm in the middle of trying to figure things out. The next two, this episode and the next one, are going to be back to back with one another. Like there's still so much work to do, and I wanted to finish a lot of the building and stuff, but it's going to be way too long for what I've originally planned. And we all need to take a break after a little bit. So, again, I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and we hope to see you next time. Goodbye.